It has certainly been a hot minute since I last recorded a video about Novelar, and I kind of fell off the bandwagon of Novelar after some bugs came up and hurricanes happened and everything was kind of astray. Things have changed. I've been playing Novelar since, consistently for a while now, and been watching the development slowly grow, fell out of it a bit again during exams, came back and saw even more new content. The current site owner is known as Digital, and they are, in fact, the only owner that's currently operating the site. They code it, they take in so much feedback from the audience. They're doing such a great job at that. And they've made a lot of visual changes as well. You could probably notice if you pair this video next to my last Novelar video, things look incredibly different. The aesthetic of the game has changed entirely, and I'm kind of on board with the new style. It feels more natural, it feels more organic, and that's exactly what a game about animals and forests should be like. There's now a what to do taskbar on the left side of the screen, and all of the information that you could previously access, you can still access it, but now it's under headings, so it's a lot easier to find what you're looking for. It has a similar setup to Flight Rising's left sidebar, and kind of how Lyoden operates, but that's more on the right, and Lyoden's a little bit more crazy with its maps. This doesn't have as many maps. You can't click on things to get to maps. It's more about what's actually on the sidebar. So in the what to do, they have feed your active pet, collect your bank interests, set out and explore Novelar, grab a quest, get social on the forums, spin the wheel in the free spin, and play the lottery. Now the lottery is something that I hate on every game, but I also play on every game. So once you've done the task, not once you've clicked on it, but once you've actually done the task, it'll disappear from the sidebar. If you want to go back and play more lottery, you're going to have to find it from the taskbar. So I think it's in shops. Yeah, it'll take you to the marketplace, and the lottery is just down here. There's also a direct link to the lottery from the Explore page, right above games and right beneath shops. The next thing I want to look at is the free spin wheel, which I think is a great addition, especially for newer players who are looking to make a bit more of a consistent income. It's not entirely consistent, but it nets you some more profit, and I think it's great. Been awarded a Lion Totem. Have not won a single totem yet, so that was lucky. Totems are great. I have an abundance of totems because I never use them, because I'm not that interested in pet creation. I'm more interested in the pet breeding dynamics, which have remained mostly the same if I'm looking at it correctly. Anyhow, so after you click on something else or reload the page, this will disappear. The free spin thing will not work because you've already spun it, and it's disappeared from the to-do list. Next thing you can do, feed your active pet. My active pet, this little thing only comes up if your active pet's food is below 50% or below 50 points. So to do that, click on consumables. I'm pretty sure this is exactly how it was last time. Now, a new consumable they've added is the bag of coins. I'm not sure when this was added, before or after Digital. You get awarded these from completing Guardian quests. Click on it, nets you some coins. Cache of items works the exact same, just got a bit of a makeover, along with some of the other food items as well. A lot of the art has been changing, and I absolutely love the new style. Looks a little more cartoony, and I'm a huge fan of the cartoony look. So, it works the exact same as it used to work. Click on an item, like green grapes, use selected item, and then I'll just feed them 3 green grapes, and that'll take us to 90. Perfect. I'll go collect bank interest, which I'm so glad they have a what to do thing for now, because I was always forgetting to collect the interest, and while it's not that much, it's still important to keep collecting it. Next, what to do is set out and explore Novelar. Usually I'll go grab quests from Guardians first, but because I'm just going to show you how to explore first, I'll do that. Let's head over to the forest. That is my favorite place to visit. I love the aesthetics of the forest. It's just calm and beautiful. Now, if you pair this next to the previous explore page that I showed you, you can immediately tell there are differences. It does not take a rocket scientist to see that things have changed. There are now 3 buttons beneath, that's Explore, Quests, and Altar. If you click on Quests, it takes you to a page listing all of the quests that you have received from the Guardians, which is really helpful because without that, I was having to keep pages open of what the Guardians wanted, and that became a little bit hectic over time, but now there's a quests thing that you can access from any place in Novelar, and that will take you to that page and you can see every quest that is being given to you. Altar will just take you to the altar, which works the exact same as it used to, but Explore, this is where things get stunning. If I explore the land, it does this. Do you notice something? The whole page doesn't reload. Now that's tick 1. And tick 2 is that it loads super fast. You still have to click on each item to collect it, which is something I'm not a fan of because I hate having to move my mouse around constantly. I kind of wish there were buttons for it maybe. But, that's out the window. Doesn't matter that much. I think if it were all just down to clicking the Explore button 100 times, it would get a little bit repetitive. So now all you have to do is click Explore. Obviously gold is automatically collected, which is how it has always been, if I'm correct. And you just keep clicking. There's a lot of little events. The events look so much neater. They just look smoother. Everything feels more put together, more professional now, which is really good. I'm going to move the log and didn't find anything on there. Okay, we spent a well-used hiking trail. Let's check it out. I recommend, if you're playing the Explore game to gain a lot of items, then I always recommend doing the action. If you walk past it, then it'll be quicker, but if you do the action, there's a lot more chance of you actually gaining items, hunger points, gold, etc. I usually help the animals because very rarely, if you help them, they will be automatically purified. I've never had it happen to me, but other users have had it happen to them, and I'm going to take that chance as much as I can. Alright, Purify. This is something I want to show you guys. So, Purify and Flee is how the buttons have always been. Now, if you click on Purify, it takes you to the Purify page. I don't currently have any purification potions with me, but what I'm really interested in, what I love the most about this new update, is that instead of having to click End Turn 5 times, be taken back to the Explore page, have to click back into the forest and start your explorations again, there is now a Flee button, and it will take you back to the forest. It will not take you back to the main map, and you can continue doing exactly what you were doing before if you accidentally clicked Purify or didn't know you had enough potions or what have you. Alright, so now we're done with explorations. I'm going to head over to the altar. I'm just going to open a bunch of pages, grab all of the quests. If you played Novelar previously, you know exactly how altars work already. It's the same function. But if you haven't played Novelar at all, I'll quickly head over. You're taken to this really beautiful crystal enclave that's among the exploration area that you're in. At the top, there will be 4 buttons, realistically. Back to exploring the forest, back to main map, leave an offering, or summon the Guardian. If you're going to leave an offering, it will take you to a page where you can offer the Guardian a life feather or a death feather based on whether the Guardian is aligned with the life or death element. Back to main map will just take you back to the main map. Back to exploring the forest is pretty self-explanatory. And Summon the Guardian is the one where you can receive a quest from the Guardian. This is where the Guardian appears to your summons looking distracted. They will give you a little bit of NPC talk. I don't usually read this, but reading it is nice because you get a feel for how the Guardian acts and what kind of emotions, personality they have. then they give you the little quest. So the things that this guardian is requesting is 5 camel spit, 2 grasping root, and 3 frog eyes. I have 55 camel spit and 40 grasping root. I don't even need to worry about those. The frog eye is where it gets a little more complicated. That's where we head over to the recipe book, which is under the craft section. My profession is not really linked to crafting, but it does depend on your level. My proficiency is currently, oh, I don't remember. If I head over to Alchemy Lab, it will show me, hopefully. Yep. Alright, so I'm currently practitioner level. There are only 2 more levels for me to unlock, senior and master. Obviously, master is the highest one. It's the master of the profession. I'm really excited to hopefully reach that at some point, but currently stuck on practitioner. So what I can do here is look for Frog Eye. It's available for all professions. Some items are available only for the profession you're a part of, so I'm in the keeper profession. Green knee socks are one of the things available for my profession specifically. What we're looking for is Frog Eye. Click on this, it'll show you the recipe. It just needs a misplaced frog, which I have 3 of. Click craft item and it'll craft you an item. Unfortunately, you can only craft 1 at a time, and the tools you use to craft items go on a cooldown. So I won't be able to complete this quest just yet because I don't have 3 frog eyes yet. I only have 2 now. But very shortly, 14 minutes from now, I can go back, craft another frog eye, and then I can plop that into the forest altar and get something from the guardian. So now, if we go back to the altar, and we go back to exploring Tundra, we can go down here and click on quests. And this will just show you all of the different quests you have active. It's great for keeping track of everything. And you have to actually count to make sure you've got all the items first. It won't just let you submit them here either. You have to go to the altar first. But it's very convenient in my opinion. There's also an exploration log. I have no use for that. I think it's more for if you encounter a bug or something or think you've encountered a bug. Very useful for that. I don't often visit the forums because I'm quiet, and that's about it. Everything else is very similar. I just kind of wanted to update you guys, show you this site is more functional than ever, even more fun. There's a Discord chat room for all the members of Novelar if you want to get involved. They did have an on-site chat room, but that got a little buggy and slow and no one was really there. But yeah, head over to Novelar if you maybe registered a while ago and didn't like how it felt before, but come back, give it a go. And if you've never registered before, please register now. It is one of the best pet sites out there, and it has a really active admin and really active user base. Small, but very active. Thanks so much for watching, and if I'm lucky, I might see you in the next video. Bye!